Welcome to Animated World.
The Emperor's new clothes. Once upon a time, in a grand kingdom, there lived an emperor who had an insatiable appetite for fashion. His obsession with new clothes knew no bounds. He would spend hours admiring himself in the mirror, twirling in silk robes and posing in velvet capes. His treasury emptied, and his advisers fretted. But the emperor remained undeterred. Now, in a distant corner of the kingdom, two cunning weavers arrived. They were no ordinary weavers. They claimed to possess a magical skill, the ability to create fabric so extraordinary that they were invisible to anyone who was unfit for their position or downright stupid. The weavers whispered that only the truly wise and competent could see these wondrous garments. Word of their talent reached the emperor's ears. His vanity prickled.
"Bring them to me,"
He declared.
"I must have these invisible clothes."
The weavers, sensing an opportunity, set up their looms in the royal palace. Day and night, they pretended to weave, their hands moving in intricate patterns. The emperor's ministers, eager to prove their competence, tiptoed into the weaver's chamber. They saw empty looms, but dared not admit it.
"Magnificent!"
They exclaimed, squinting at the air. The emperor himself paid a visit. He stared at the looms, perplexed.
"Am I a fool?
He wondered.
I see nothing?"
But pride held him captive.
"Carry on."
He commanded, pretending to admire the invisible threads. And so the weavers continued their charade. They mimed draping the emperor in his new attire, a robe woven from moonbeams and starlight. The whole city buzzed with anticipation. "The emperor's clothes are beyond compare," they whispered. Finally, the day of the grand procession arrived. The emperor, wearing nothing but his invisible finery, stepped out. His ministers, courtiers, and subjects lined the streets.
"Look at our emperor!
They exclaimed.
So regal, so majestic."
But then a small voice cut through the collective delusion. A child, a little boy with wide eyes, pointed and laughed.
"But he's naked!"
He cried.
"The emperor has no clothes."
Silence fell. The truth hung in the air like a forgotten thread. The townsfolk exchanged glances, realizing they had been duped. The emperor blushed, but he couldn't turn back now. So he straightened his invisible collar and marched on, chin held high. And that, my dear friend, is how the emperor's vanity led him to parade through the streets stark naked, while a child's honesty shattered the illusion. Moral of the story: sometimes the simplest truths come from the mouths of babes. And perhaps, just perhaps, true wisdom lies not in fine fabrics but in seeing things as they are. Remember this tale when you encounter vanity or pretense. It's a gentle reminder to stay grounded and listen to the unfiltered voices around us.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our channel.